Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial will be on the long-awaited eyebrow routine. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. So what I like to do first is take my spoolie and comb my brows in the direction of growth. Now this brush is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Duo Angled Brush. It's the number 7 brush. Then I like to take this little mini razor and I like to go ahead and clean up the top portion of my brow. So I don't know about you guys, but I tend to get a lot of like peach fuzz on the top of my brows. Then when I go in and do my brows, they just look so untamed and messy. So this step really makes a huge difference for me and I've been obsessed with doing this. The brow product that I'll be using today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop some out, put some onto the back of my hand, and start running my brush through it and flattening the brush. What this does is it allows you to have more control over the product, and it helps so that your lines come out a lot more crisp and clean. Notice I'm starting with the bottom portion of my brow, then I take my spoolie and comb my brows down. Now, this is something I also started doing recently and it makes a world of a difference. I always noticed that when I skipped this step, there was always gaps in between my brows and they just always look super funky. So ever since I started doing this step, I don't have that issue anymore. Always play around with the shape. You'll notice that you'll need to keep running your spoolie through and this will just kind of disperse the product evenly. And I still play around with it. If I want the arch a little bit higher, I'll still keep adding. And then with whatever is left in my brush, I'll slowly start building that to the beginning portion of my brow. This just helps so that your brow still continues to look somewhat natural. You don't want box brows or chola eyebrows, so make sure you leave the beginning half of your brow for the end. Here I'm just continuing to play with the shape. Sometimes I go for more of an elongated brow, sometimes I like the arch a bit higher, it's just preference. And with my spoolie once again, I'll continue to feather the product into the beginning portion of my brow. Now this step here is optional. I like to take my brush with a tiny bit of product. You don't want to apply too much because you don't want this to look crazy. And what I like to do is I like to just do upward strokes, and this helps to mimic the appearance of natural hair. So I've really been into the whole fluffy brow, and I feel like this style is right up my alley. So again, this is optional, you don't have to do it. To clean up my brows, I've been loving the Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer lately. I have mine in the color light medium, and let me tell you, this product is an oldie but goodie. I used to use this product up and down all the time, and it kind of fell off, so I tried it again and I'm in love. This is such a full coverage concealer, and you notice that it is a pretty light shade. So I like to use a pretty white base because I am going to do shadow later in the day. So I figured I might as well prep my under eyes. So I use this to make my brows appear a lot more crisp. And if I feel like I went a little too heavy, I can always clean it up when I do this step. I will now go ahead and buff this all out using my concealer brush, and I'm just going to soften the edges and making sure that there's not a huge thick layer. Now if you're not going to add shadow, I would recommend using a concealer that's really close to your natural skin tone, so that way it's not too bright or too white. But like I said, I'm going to do shadow later today, so it doesn't make a difference to me. So this is your last chance to sharpen up any lines that you may need to clean up. And then I'm going to set my entire lid using the Ben Nye Banana Powder. Now I like this because even though I use a lighter color concealer, this kind of helps neutralize everything and helps it blend into my natural skin tone. Now to finish off the brows, I'm going to go ahead and take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and add one nice coat. This is just going to help keep everything in place and give the brow a much more cleaner look. And this is it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this super easy brow routine. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new uploads. I'll see you beauties in my next one.